Coming to you live from Brian Wynn Studios, it's Reaper Live!
Something.
Oh, I gotta turn the wheel on.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. It's Thursday night. It's Reaper Live.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What is Thursday?
The best.
It's our favorite night of the week.
Yeah, there you go.
It's our favorite night of the week. It's Reaper Live, the show where we blend painting, gaming and geek culture all together for your viewing pleasure. I'm Ron.
I'm John. Sorry.
No, sorry, caught you there when you weren't expecting it. And Justin in the control room.
We can't hear him, so.
Oh, I guess he said hello. Wave, Justin.
Howdy.
Yeah, I guess he said hello.
When the cat's away.
Yeah. And in absentia, once again, Dave and Ed. So you guys may have noticed that that Ed and Dave haven't been around a lot lately. You may have looked for them at ReaperCon. You didn't see them.
Yeah.
Ed's been sort of under the weather. It's just he's had some health issues lately, and he has been out of pocket. And but he's doing much better and on the mend. And
yeah, he might be watching, so
yeah.
share your love and chat.
Yeah. If you want to say
and prayers.
some get well soon Ed stuff, share it please here in chat. He was watching and he would love to see it. And we expect everyone to back here really soon. Yeah. So, but anyway, so there you go. There's that's why you haven't seen Ed and Dave lately.
Yeah.
So
he's on the mend. I like that.
He's on the mend. Yes, he's on the mend. There. Can you do a thing? Do a thing where you go hashtag get well hashtag.
I'm trying to think of something that is clever with the Pugh name. Hashtag. I don't know. I can't think. On the spot, I can't do it.
Dave is great. Dave is great.
Oh yeah, Dave
is being the faithful brother and administrating all sorts of wellness to his brother. So he's doing good.
Oh, picking up the torch.
Yep.
All that stuff. So
Pew. Yeah. So there you go. So get well, Ed. We hope you get back here real soon. And Ed, thanks for watching. If you're watching,
yeah.
I don't like that one. Cato Gato one. Dave is great. We can erase.
Hashtag Dave is
nah,
great.
y'all got the wrong idea. You got the wrong hashtags on there. Get those out of there.
Yeah.
Look at these maracas.
Yeah. So we've been gone, obviously, ReaperCon. We didn't have a show last week because we were still kind of recovering. You know, things are still kind of being put back together, and things got brought back from ReaperCon, so we have to kind of organize it and catalog it and put it away for next year.
Yep.
And things like that. And same thing goes for the studio. So the studio, if you guys went to ReaperCon, we used all the cameras and stuff that were in here, and a lot of the equipment that Justin uses to stream and stuff from ReaperCon. So that is also still being set up, and that was just kind of what we used for the week after ReaperCon, is to kind of help. Recover.
What's funny is a lot of people are like, oh, but you're glad, be glad when Sunday comes, because that'll be the last day of the show and you guys are done. Y'all can rest.
Okay.
Yeah, not so much.
Well,
not
back
really.
Wednesday morning.
Well, some of us.
Oh, and then you had to go to do family stuff.
Even though the show was over Monday, we had to get the trucks back, and then the artists were in town. It's a lot of
the artists were
logistical kind of stuff, and then to the airport. I went to the airport like 4 times on Monday.
They all a lot of them left throughout the week. Yeah, so not even all in one day.
There was that, and it's just a lot. It's still, it's no rest. And my son, my middle son Connor, he just went to college, and he went to school out in Georgia. Everybody in Georgia. He's going out to Savannah, Georgia, the Savannah College of Art and Design, and so we flew out there Wednesday following ReaperCon. It was just like bam, 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 and then sent him up in his dorm, got him moved in, got him all ready, flew back on Friday. I guess I had a little bit of a respite there over the weekend.
Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, went to go see the Depeche Mode tribute band. That was a lot of fun. And then back to work on Monday. Just hit the ground running. So it's been a lot. I know that we've been really busy with online orders.
Yeah.
Our internet department.
The beginning of the month is always busy. And so it just happened to be, obviously, we knew that this is going to happen, that the first of the month is right after ReaperCon, or right when ReaperCon ends. It's that next Monday. So, internet orders are crazy at the beginning of the month because everybody wants to get their new promos and things like that. So, a lot of stores order. And Christmas is coming up. Holidays.
Yeah, it is the holiday season.
So, a lot of the holiday season stuff is starting to pick up. But, yeah.
I don't understand that. But, and then We're getting ready for, we're continuing our work on Base Boss 2.
Yes.
We'll
Big pushes for that.
And we'll talk a little bit about that later. And we're getting ready for Bones 5.5 fulfillment to finish that. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Someone said Ghoulie Bags. Yes, Albeavison said Ghoulie Bags. Yes, getting ready for the Ghoulie Bags.
I think those are being built today, I saw.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's going to go live around the 1st of October, I believe. And that'll be the same deal as we normally do. $40, you get a free bag. This year, we don't have the... Do we want to show? Let's see. No, we have time. We'll wait. We'll show the special menu for that next week.
Next week. You guys will get to see... If you guys took my tour at ReaperCon, you probably got to see...
We got to see it.
A
sneak peek.
A sneak peek. You'll see it next week. It is the... you'll see the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, so what is today? 15th? 16th? What is today? I can't...
I got it.
15th. All right, so we're still a couple weeks away. But you're going to get a couple... We can tell them the paints. Do you know the paints?
I do not.
So the 2 paints that are going to go in the Ghoulie Bag, one is Dungeon Slime, which is a fun existing Bones 4 color, or Bones 4. Bones, formerly known as Bones paint, but now it's all MSP, just core colors. But it's the old 94 series paints. Not old, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, Dungeon Slime. The other one is a new color called Wolfsbane Purple.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yes.
Who came up with that one?
I did.
Oh, okay.
But it's not like I invented it. I just sort of...
You stole it?
Thought Wolfsbane was a cool name. I said, let's see what color is Wolfsbane. It's purple. I was like, perfect. Let's just do that. So talk to Bryn and Michelle in the paint department, and they've got all those. They mixed up a new paint, a new purple, the Wolfsbane purple, and it looks really great. So great job to Bryn and Michelle. And then the new figure.
Yeah, swag boxes are on sale. And speaking of that, the big thing in there is the super washes. So we've been getting I've been getting a lot of questions about super washes, about when are they going to come and when are they going to be released and things like that. And I can't give you a date.
Did you tell? So, this is why I don't like you being over here in this building, John, because
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
So how about this morning?
He got you. He got it. He got
this morning. They're on sale now.
Oh, okay. But only for the stock that we have.
Only for the stock that we have.
Yes, that's what I mean. We're not going to be making more at the moment.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So, and it even says on the website that these super washes are prototypes. You know, they're sort of
alpha, beta.
Yeah, we'll call them a alpha or a beta tests of colors. Hyper Bunny 99. Super Wash is not a good name in my opinion. Someone approached me and talked to me at ReaperCon about that. I don't know if it was Hyper Bunny. Someone said you shouldn't call them washes. They're not really washes. Okay. I mean,
there's still time to change the name.
There is still plenty of time.
There's still an alpha.
We haven't really released them to distribution yet, so they're what we've got produced.
They're still being formulated, still being worked on. So if you have it, I know Hyper Bunny has a YouTube video about them testing them, and a couple of other people have sent me videos of people messing around with them and giving feedback. So
Hyper Bunny said it was my husband, not actually me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Hyper Bunny.
Yeah, I knew it was someone I.
It was her husband that approached you. I think is what she was saying.
I think it's probably who it was. What is a synonym for contrast?
Hey, Fry.
Thanks, Fry Minis. So we'll come up with we may stick with super washes. Who knows?
Who knows? But I've been collecting all the feedback that I've been sent and the links for videos that people have sent me, and I've been collecting those to show people. So
the feedback that I have gotten, that I've personally gotten, sounds great. You know, what about you?
I've heard some people talk about how it interacts with different base colors. So if it's a white base or a black base, it shows up way better on the white based primed models, obviously, than the black.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
And so that's just one of the big ones that I've seen. But they said that they were just going to try a bunch of different base coats underneath to check it out.
Samurai Jack says glazed and confused.
Glazed
kind of like that. Kind of like that. So, but yeah, they're on sale now. You can click on the ReaperCon tab at the top of the homepage, and that will take you to all the ReaperCon stuff. Like John said, including the swag box, the barrel gate box, the mega bundle, all the figures, the new super washes, several other things that I can't remember right now. Oh, the new dragon paint set, which came out at ReaperCon. That's on sale now. Yeah. It's existing colors, but it's all in a little set. It makes a nice little gift or a fun little thing. There are some colors in there that are sort of renamed existing colors, just to sort of tie into the dragon paint colors. But pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Sky's clear. My factions leaders arrived this week. They look amazing. Well, I mean, Skies, you just got to come to ReaperCon so you can hang out with us. Miss Nesbit. And then you can get them there, too, and paint them while you're there.
Okay.
Quarterly contest. Quarterly contest, exclamation point 21, I think, in chat. We'll give you the link. It is up on the 23rd, the 24th. It's coming up soon. It's in the next couple of weeks, so... if you guys are still painting your quarterly contest entries, send them in. I've been getting a bunch of entries so far. The 23rd. Thank you, Gimli. The 23rd is when it ends.
Tazlan's just asked about the swag, the VIP swag. The only thing in the VIP swag, correct me if I'm wrong, there was the Triad, which is already on sale, and the 2 resin figures.
Yeah.
And those, Benita gave me a count on today, and we'll turn those on probably tomorrow. I was hoping to get some photographs taken of those models today so we could actually put them up, but we didn't get a chance. There's a very limited supply of these resin models left over from the VIP box.
Yeah.
Or the VIP.
And we have to be careful with those because we don't want to put too many up there. There's only a limited amount.
There's very few. We'll put them up probably tomorrow. Picture or not, photograph or not, we'll put them up tomorrow. It's probably tomorrow morning when I get in right here, probably around 10 o'clock. Gray Mouser, does the Dragon paint come in a plastic box? It comes in the clear pillow pack, not a hard case. Doesn't come in the hard case. Let's see. Can you show the paint tries on the ReaperCon turbo? The graphic on the site isn't working. Yeah, no, it's not just working, Grexian. They don't exist. So that's why the pictures aren't showing up. Because again, we're spread pretty thin. So Michael Collins, who normally does all our photographs, has been busy with the store. And
he's been working on the
internet and just doing all kinds of stuff. So it just takes time for him to do that, and we just don't have. We just haven't had time to get all the pictures.
Like you said, the internet orders are really crazy, so a lot of people are being pulled for internet and things like that, and packaging and building swag boxes last week.
Yeah, so. We're pretty thin. So as far as Rogue 7 AU swag stuff for Australia, I'm not sure when that shipped down there or what.
The swag stuff, I believe it's shipped last week. I told Paul, our shipping department guy. I sent him an email and we pulled some aside, so I know they got pulled aside, and I know they got added to the pallets. So I know that they're on their way. Well,
let's segue into this. Mac Attack 001 says, when is 5.5 shipping in the U.S.?
Yeah, so when 5.5 arrived, it also had an order of restock on it. So Courtney spent a lot of last week kind of pulling that apart, kind of separating it and counting it and putting it on its own pallets and separating them. So this is the restock, and this is the Bones 5.5 stuff. So all that stuff is pulled aside, and then we're going to set up the factory. The factory is going to be set up pretty soon to start pulling 5.5 orders. So I think, just like what we did in the past with the first shipment of Bones 5.5, a lot of the times what we do is that we spend a lot of the morning pulling our internet orders and everybody doing their normal work, and then once you're done with all that stuff, then you go help pull 5.5 orders at the end of the day.
Right.
And then over the course of a couple of days, you get them done. So, because I don't think there's that many left. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact number either.
Yeah, in the first container, we did like 1,300 or 1,000 orders, but it only took not that long. So
yeah, I hate to do this, but they'll be shipping soon. Reaper soon. I don't know. Yeah. We're not lollygagging. We're not trying to put it off by any means. We're trying to get to it as fast as possible. Quite the opposite.
Trying to juggle correctly and not drop anything.
Yes. Yeah. So trying to just get everything done. So that said, like John was saying, Courtney has been by himself separating the pallets, and he is by himself doing that. So when he's done, and he gets all the pallets are separated out, we'll get that set up and we'll start pulling. When is that? Hopefully soon. That's tonight. I think that's our best guess.
Yeah.
Is very soon. We hope. Again, we're not pushing it off. We're trying to get to it as fast as possible. So.
No, that's fine, Spoons. You can still send the help email. They're asking about they had a missing head for one of the dragons. You can always message us. We put those. Katie's very good about putting those in their own specific folders and fulfilling those when they can. So she's been doing great.
So yeah, guys, just hang in there just a little longer. There is light at the end of the tunnel for this thing to finally be done, and so that leads us into.
I think that is our next kind of big project.
It is.
To finish.
It is the next big thing.
So that is our next big thing.
Yeah, we want to get that wrapped up and out of the way, and then we'll move on. We'll continue to move on into Base Boss 2, which is, I guess, the next thing we want to talk about.
Yeah, so we wrote an update, or I wrote an update, and Ron looked it over. So we will likely be putting it out tomorrow. along with the Bone 6 update as well.
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to adopt a 2-for-1 kind of approach. So the same day we do a Base Boss or a Bone 6 update, we'll do a Base Boss 2 update as well.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, with the first and the third Fridays of every month, we'll put up an update.
Yeah, and I know that we've been kind of silent on Base Boss 2, and I know there's been a lot of questions over there and everything like that. But obviously with...
Ed was heading up the project.
Yeah, Ed was in kind of like taking charge of that stuff, and then so now we're going to have to
So he's been
step
kind of
up
out of
and
pocket lately.
handle it.
So yeah, so we're trying to sort of step in and sort
So
of try to help with that.
It is moving now. Now I would say it's kind of like number 2 on our list compared to Bones 5.5 for like work related stuff around here day to day.
Yep.
I've been busting out molds. The molds are really moving along. They're like 70% done or so. And we started production on them.
We have a lot of pictures to show tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be in the update.
Yeah, John took a lot of pictures, and we're going to show those tomorrow. There's actually been quite a bit of progress done, and we'll put that in the update tomorrow and show you guys.
There's a lot of stuff with because we started 3D printing our masters because we got this new resin and yada yada yada, and so but all those printers were being used for ReaperCon masters or the next promo masters and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
For example, if you guys came to ReaperCon, you may have been lucky enough to get one of the treasure goblins.
Oh yeah.
Remember? And we were printing that model, and it was taking up all the time on the printer. And even then, we ran out of time and couldn't get enough print of those, so we ran out of those. So those are the kinds of things. There's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts, and like I said, we're
getting better though, and I think we're about to hire some more people. I think
trying to, yeah.
So things are looking up.
It's a lot of stuff to do and spread pretty thin at the same time. So, treasure goblin. Did I say treasure goblin?
No treasure goblin for Dr. Bob.
We will be making more treasure goblins.
Yeah, it'll come out
eventually. Yeah, for sure. It's too cool not to put up. I know. There's.
Did you get a lot of pictures taken at ReaperCon of you?
0.
Really?
Selfies?
Yeah, selfies.
Yeah.
That's Dr. Bob's doing.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Dr. Bob.
Yes, appreciate it. No picture up on the website. What are we talking about there, Joe Oakes? It doesn't matter. There are a few holes in the website right now, but again, like we explained. It's pretty busy right now. It's pretty busy. This year, we if you watch the show before ReaperCon, the Thursday before ReaperCon, you could tell we were a little
meat sack, meat bag.
Yeah, we were a little thin even then. So,
but I thanks to everybody that helped out at ReaperCon. I know that a lot of the volunteers helped out a lot, and then people like Cheryl and people that came in and kind of helped and did a lot of like Ludo and all those people. Kind of once it was going, it was kind of a machine that was kind of going burr.
Yeah. Once ReaperCon starts running, I see now that the treasure chest was a picture, right? That's one of the things.
Oh
we
yes,
have to do.
yes. Yeah.
The Maniac was asking about ghoulie bags in Australia. That is the plan, yeah. We just got to get them built first. I know it's the middle of the month and we don't have any built yet, but I know Cindy's working on getting
I
those
saw the
built.
tables are set up and they have everything laid out to start building them.
I've been sampling the candy. It's fine. The candy is fine. No problems with the candy. So the figure's done. The paints are done. The candy is here. Now it's just building the bags. And I believe that we got a new header card this year. The art this year is by Christine Van Patten.
Oh, sick.
She did a card for us last year and we didn't get to use it, so I wanted to use it for something, so I put it on the card this year. What does Sandy say? Sandy says start tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Ghoulie bags. Start building ghoulie bags tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Text me if you need any help, Cindy.
She's like, it does not say ghoulie bag. Now look, in order to get ahead, we had to reuse some of the header cards. So if you live in Europe or Australia, you might get a card that says 2019 on it, or it may not have a date at all. But the new one will have Christine's art on it, and those will. So in order to get ahead, we have to use some of the older stuff because the new ones aren't in yet. So.
Yes, Twisted Oma. Ludo is fine. He was, he had that issue during ReaperCon, and then he came back and he was much better. I talked to him after he got back. He was doing a lot better.
Dogfather, we appreciate the tasty cakes. They sure did help keep.
Yeah.
I took some all of those home, and they're keep my youngest kid sugared
Speaking
up.
of the Duskowitches, I have Laura on here to thank, and she helped out a lot. She always came up to me and said if I needed any help to let me know. And so I said, hey, I need your help. So thank you, Laura. She helped with a bunch of stuff over the weekend.
Yeah, thanks a bunch.
Yeah, Greek Nikos, Elbivazin, a lot of people that weren't volunteers to begin with, came over and helped me. Wavy Flatline, Laura, Dr. Bob, Albivazin, I have them all written down here. Ashley, I know Ashley helped out a little bit more than what he had originally planned in the volunteer stuff. So, thank you guys.
You know, that was one of the things I normally try to do is after ReaperCon is write a post-mortem kind of thing and tell everyone, you know, all the volunteers, all the MSP.
There's a lot of
crew.
people to thank.
There is. The instructors, the Reaper staff. It's just tell everyone, you know, what a great show it was and thanks to everyone. And I just didn't get a chance. I haven't had a chance to do it yet. But I want to go ahead and say it now. You know, if you guys volunteered, John, you know all the volunteers there. If you were an instructor, if you were one of the people who just helped us run the show, our staff here at Reaper, thanks to everyone for making this such a great show. It was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of work.
It's always nice because you always get this kind of rush of like after ReaperCon, you want like it's like I want to do a good job now, you know, kind of like to keep going, to kind of push a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, the thing that makes me the happiest is when people come up to us after the show and tell us what a great time they had. You know, they had so much fun. It was their first show, and they can't wait to come back next year. I love that kind of stuff.
I see a lot of first timers because the tours. A lot of first timers come and take tours, which I think I did the biggest tour I've ever done. It was like 66 people. So if anybody in chat came and took a tour, thank you guys. The tours were really fun this year. They were. The crowd and the you guys, everybody that was taking the tour was really funny. A lot of jokes on every tour. It was a lot of fun, especially the miniature monthly tour. Did you hear about that? So the miniature monthly people, when the tours went up for sale, they bought a whole slot of 20 seats, and so they were all on the bus.
Oh, I did hear about that.
I had a whole tour of all miniature monthly stuff.
Yes, and you got they were planning on irritating you.
It was really funny because they had these maracas.
Yes.
They had these maracas, and every time I did something cool or showed something off during the tour, they would all go like this.
Shook their maracas.
They all shook their maracas. But then throughout the tour, they started leaving them and signing them and leaving them all around the factory.
Oh.
Just like, you know, how we have the rubber duckies here?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you walk around the factory, there's a bunch of maracas everywhere.
Oh, interesting.
And they didn't tell me they were doing that. So when I got back on the bus, they didn't have their maracas anymore. And I was like,
so
where's y'all's maracas? It's like...
I didn't find any maracas in my office, so I guess no one really liked that so much. Okay, whatever. I see how it is. I see how it is.
So I'm just gonna leave them there for now, and then we'll see what happens with the maracas as we move, or what happens to them. I don't know. But they joined the ducks. The ducks are everywhere, and now there's maracas everywhere.
Yes.
So I thought that was very fun.
I found Bark they didn't get it to our office.
Oh, cool.
I found a rubber duck in my office the other day that I'd never seen before. I was in my little Indiana Jones room and I saw a rubber duck. And I was like, okay, all right. There we go.
Yeah, there wasn't very many secrets on your desk. The tours that I
took
up there,
we just didn't have time.
Is the Halloween stuff is the only kind of secret-y stuff that's up there.
Yeah, it was really, I really wanted to, but we just didn't have time this year. It was just it's just been a crazy, crazy year.
There was a concept art, I think, that was on your desk that we never showed that was probably going to be a Bone 6 encounter of some sort.
Was it the ghouls?
Yeah, with the moose. It kind of has like a skull throne.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, TNT, the room was awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. Where's y'all's maracas? John 2022. So I have a bunch of pictures, and I have a lot of stories and things to talk about ReaperCon, if that's what we want to talk about. Did you have a good ReaperCon?
I had it. Yeah. It was
I feel like I had a great ReaperCon.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. There was one day.
There
was one day I was looking for a Sharpie, and I went behind the counter, and I heard someone talking on the phone in a dark room, and I turned around, and I think it was you. You were laying on the floor, talking on the phone in a dark hallway.
I was in the closet,
and I was like, "Oh, he must be hiding from everybody."
Yeah,
so
I was. I just had to just stop and just lay down
funny.
for a moment.
I was like, "Oh, I get it."
Just had to just stop for a minute. Yeah, it was. It was one of those.
This was the first ReaperCon I didn't lose my voice, so I kept drinking medicine ball teas from the cafe.
Oh, good.
And they ran out on day 2, so they ran out.
Yeah, but because I got con crud, so I felt horrible at the end. So.
Yeah, so did Courtney. A lot of people here did.
Yeah, it made its way through.
Hell yeah!
I actually didn't feel that bad. It just sounded terrible, and it was just a head thing. I didn't test positive for.
Yeah. Nobody here, I don't think, did.
No.
It was just kind of a general.
I know a couple people did, but not me.
Your efforts were appreciated.
That's right. So,
Jacob Jansen was there.
Yeah.
And Kalana Minis, the person we were hosting right before we went live today, I didn't actually know that she lived local. I thought she was farther away. But she was one of our vendors at ReaperCon this year. Con Minis.
Trash says didn't get sick because of Bobby Jackson's bullet rye.
Oh yeah, smooth.
There was a lot of that kind of floating around.
ReaperCon after dark.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So
thanks, Palos. I think Palos had some stuff for me too as well. But I have some pictures, Justin. If you just want to just throw them randomly up there, I can talk about them. They don't need to go in any order. Oh, did you see this? This was the Miniature Monthly crew. They were making French toast in their bathroom. So
okay.
So
at the hotel.
Yeah, it's them making some French toast in the bathroom.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty funny. Dude, the Aaron Lovejoy gang, they were hilarious all weekend. They were just up to shenanigans, and
French toast looks good though.
They were having a lot of fun. So shout out to all the Miniature Monthly people. You guys were awesome. Good fun people to hang out with.
Now I want some French toast.
So, the card game. So. A lot of people, it was really cool to see a lot of people sitting down at the tables and stuff, kind of sorting them out to try to collect them all and to play the dungeons and everything like that. I'm glad everything was able to come together. Dr. Bob said, love the card game. Thanks. I'm glad everything came together kind of last minute.
Wait, literally, yeah. It was,
on Wednesday,
the
dungeons came in. So I stayed up late Wednesday night finishing them.
Yeah.
And I didn't even complete the red dungeons until, Friday night.
Thanks, Liz.
So...
Liz is going to make sure they make some for me next year.
Oh, sick.
Thanks, Liz.
This was Best in Show number third place. This was Chris
Spots?
Yeah, Chris Spots. So I just wanted to show the top 3 this week for the Best in Show. And then, obviously in Reaper Land and a couple, shows throughout the year, we'll talk more about other people's stuff. But this was Chris Spots. This one was really cool. You really can't see it in the picture, but there's on the right side there, for anybody that saw it, there was like a little halfling or a little human there, kind of like acting scared, and pretty cool. And then, the costume contest.
Okay.
I dressed up in my panda costume this year. Did you see it?
I did not.
Oh, I had a giant inflatable panda suit that I wore because I was the leader of the Bone Pandas.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And so this was the costume contest this year. Very fun. A lot of people had a blast. The kids in the middle were hilarious. They kept trying to pop my inflatable suit.
Okay.
They were really
kids
fun.
Will do.
It was really fun. I have a cool story about the pirates that are down here in the middle. So they got on the tour bus to take the tour in the morning, and I go, "Oh, you guys know the costume contest is until like later today, right?" And they were like, "Costume contest?" I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, there's a costume contest." So they didn't even know that there was one. But it was funny because they were dressed up during the tour and stuff. The kids were hilarious. Yeah, the kids were very fun. And then there's going to be another photo of another costume. There it is, right here. So it's the obligatory dress as a Bobby Jackson figure.
Sure.
And this is Darius the Wizard.
Yeah,
Darius the Blue.
Very cool. He's got the rat and everything.
Yeah, this was a great one. This was I think Lindsay Fowler, I think is her name. They came and took a picture of their name on the wall out here in the hallway. A lot of people did during the tours. So shout out to Lindsay doing the obligatory dress as a Bobby Jackson miniature costume this year.
Which one is Bobby Jackson?
Which one is Bobby? That's a good one. So shout out to Lindsay. And then this was Best in Show, first place, right? Michelle? Michelle Farnsworth. Man, this thing was gigantic.
It was cool.
It was very cool. I know a lot of people in chat were there and you got to see it, but
yeah.
If anybody didn't watch the MSP, if you guys want to go watch the MSP contest, it's up. It's up online if you want to watch the whole MSP awards and all that stuff. But and it's up on reapercon.com to go look through all the entries.
I never get a chance to go through the painting contest. I never get a chance to go through the painting contest and look at all the entries.
Like physically when you're there?
I'll be in there for like 10 minutes and then
something happens.
Yeah. But I did get to see a lot of stuff. I didn't get a chance to really go over every piece, but there's a lot of stuff. Like I didn't see Chris Spott's piece in person. I saw this in person. It was really cool. There was a lot of cool things I did see, but there was a lot of stuff I didn't see, unfortunately.
This year I didn't get to step foot in there, except for when I was helping set up tables. But I just didn't get a chance. The tours take up a lot of the time, so by the time I get back, they're pretty much closing. So
yeah.
But yes, this was Michelle Farnsworth, got Best in Show.
Yep. For
her Godzilla piece. And then, I took this picture right when the MSP was starting. I took a similar picture last year, and I kind of wanted to compare it to last year's.
Okay.
Because you can kind of tell what the attendance is or what the feel is for ReaperCon by what the MSP room looks like when the award ceremony is happening. And you can see that all these people in the back are not sitting at tables. Last year, there was nobody standing in the back or sitting in the back on their own chairs. This year, we had to go get more chairs, and everybody brought chairs in from the lobby, and they were all sitting across the back. So it felt closer to 2019, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Looking at the room.
Dr. Bob, we don't have an attendance summary yet. I haven't been able to do that, and it's not going to be accurate anyway because there's a lot of people who didn't get checked in, so we don't have those numbers. So it was just one of the things that just didn't happen. We'll try to do our best to figure out what that is.
Yeah, I know. I can tell that it's probably close to 2019, just judging by what that felt like. But I don't know for sure. This was my favorite. This is Robert Henderson. Got second place Best in Show. And this is, I think it was called How to Build a Dragon.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And it's very cool. This is a great idea. Great concept for a model. Obviously using worm gear from Boats 1. But very cool. This one was amazing. So shout out to Robert. If you guys didn't
great
get to see
job.
it.
That's really great.
So cool. There's Reaper Harley. Hey, Reaper Harley.
Hey, there she is.
I'm sure Dave's watching too, I bet.
Yeah.
What's up, Dave? Dab on him. Do I have any more pictures? You can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. No? Okay. All right. And then, speaking of like a con wrap-up, Joseph Wolf did a DDRPG wrap-up, and he did his con wrap-up and stuff. And so if anybody played in a DDRPG game, I know that he was really appreciative of it. I went to dinner one night. I found the best way to go eat at Houlihan's at the hotel was just go in there by yourself and sit at a table. I got my food really fast. But one night I went in there and Joseph was sitting by himself. And so I was like, I'm going to go sit with Joseph. So we talked about DDRPG and stuff like that. And I know that he was really appreciative of everybody. And I haven't talked to him afterwards, but I know he wanted to test some stuff. And it was really fun.
There's a few things yet still to do.
But he had a good little write-up about his ReaperCon and how the DDRPG stuff went. So I know he's been talking to people on the Discord and stuff. It's been very fun.
Oh, yeah, we need copies of that big Barrelgate map. Well, we almost did. You almost got a big Barrelgate map with every folder, but
not that big. Not the one that was in the
not that
foyer.
big, but we were going to do a 24 by 36 poster map. But, things just didn't work out this year.
There was the Gummy Bear Open on Saturday night. The Gummy Bear contest. That was a lot of fun. Heriberto was around. He was doing his demo of his game. He brought us a bunch of candy, and he even sculpted something for us that was just for the Reaper gang. I don't want to talk about it yet, but
okay, it'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. We'll show you guys, but it might be something later. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Somewhere you can come back. Oh, Hybrid, when are you talking about the hotel food? Oh, the vendors. There was Galadoria, the Fletcher brothers, obviously. They brought us donuts. They brought donuts for everybody that wanted donuts one morning. So I walked by and grabbed a few and then snuck out before the tour. Jacob Jans was there, obviously. Kana, minis.
How am I missing out on the French toast and the donuts and all that kind of fun stuff? I never get anything? All right, I see where people's loyalties
You got to wake up super early.
I guess so.
And then Galadoria was there.
Uh-huh.
So I talked to them about some COcast stuff, since I've never really talked to other people about casting and that material and things like that. So that was very fun to talk about their stuff. The Mirrorscape guys showed up. They did some demos for me and Ron. We talked to them. I asked them a bunch of questions.
Very cool.
I'm trying to get a demo set up because I know they went into beta or alpha and they're doing a bunch of tests. So I want to get that so I can show it off on Reaperland. I think that'd be some cool content for you guys. A lot of board games. And then, were you there for Holly Monster's proposal?
I missed it too.
Okay. Well, it's recorded. It's
that's what I hear.
live.
Yeah. Nothing like seeing it live, though.
I know.
I was standing in the hallway, and all of a sudden I hear this cheering. And I was like,
oh, what's
happening? What was that? And they were like, oh, some dude just proposed. Like, that thing. Yeah, we knew about that.
Yeah. James was trying to get it set up many weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
So
it was sweet.
I'm trying to think about what I wrote here. I wrote Crokinole. That's a Canadian board game that we play a lot. It was a lot of fun. So if anybody ever played Crokinole with us at ReaperCon, it was a lot of fun. And
Melon just said, guess who's watching that?
Oh.
Say hi to Jade.
Hey, Jade.
Yeah. So Mary and gave us a bunch of updates on Jade Sakita. He's been under the weather as well, and he missed ReaperCon. I know he wanted to be there really bad, but Melon came in every day and gave us updates.
Yeah, you guys might have seen it if you're on the Facebook page. He was painting miniatures in his hospital bed.
Yep.
The doctors wanted to give him something to test his kind of hand-eye coordination and things like that, and so obviously he picked up a paintbrush and a model and started going at it.
And so, everyone, please wish Jade Sakita get well as well. Want you to get feeling better and back on your feet as soon as you can. So,
Yeah, we'll see you at ReaperCon next year.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mary won some, I think, bronzes or silvers.
Oh, yeah?
I can't remember. I remember you walking up, and I think Jade won something as well. He got a medal as well.
She was able to enter for him.
I believe, yeah.
All right, way to flex. All right, good job.
Yeah, there was a lot. It's nice seeing everybody.
Yeah, it's like a family reunion.
Yeah.
Melon says he just made it out of
ICU.
So
that's right,
great.
today, this morning.
That's really great. So, yeah, it was quite a show. A lot to do. A lot to try to think about. I'm going to forget everything, I'm sure. Yeah, he got two
bronzes.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Congratulations. Yeah, the show was great. And we're excited, believe it or not, excited about doing it again next year. So
that's right. Obviously, you'll start to see more of that as we get closer to it, just like always.
Yeah.
We generally try to follow the same flow. Hotels go live at this time. Teachers go live at this time. Yeah, you guys know the plan.
Yeah. But it'll be much better this next year.
It'll be
2023 is going to be the best one so far.
That's right.
It really will.
I believe it.
All right. So there's that. We talked about Bone 6. Or no, we talked about Baseballs 2.
Yeah, and 5.5.
There's a Bone 6 update tomorrow. Justin, can you pull up the
Baseballs 2? Yeah.
Can you pull up the images for Bone 6?
Dr. Bob.
Yeah. So I believe we showed these in the last update. I don't remember. Did we?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Still at the Mystery Sweets, Cracker Dog. Yes. So there's the Demi-Lich and the Alicorn.
And the Alicorn is what we used for the symbol for
the
Fae
Duskwood
expansion.
Vale.
Duskwood Vale.
So I don't know yet if the whole thing is going to be clear, if the whole thing is going to be white or gray, right? Same. We mean solid color, or translucent color, or an opaque color, or if we do just the wings in clear. But I would like to do the wings in clear. I think that would be really cool. At least do the wings in clear. So really, really nice job by Julie on that, and on the Demi-Lich as well. Would like to do that in a clear color too. So it'd be easy to paint for people who want to. And if you want to do some cool translucent effects, you'll have that. And
this is in the Duskwood Vale expansion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same as the Demi-Lich? Briarwood Vale.
Briarwood Vale. What did I say? Duskwood Vale. Briarwood Vale. Let's see.
They're both in there? The Lich and
no,
the
he's in the
Sullen
Denizens of the Dungeon. I said Sullen Hall in the update.
Got it.
And I got corrected. It's Denizens of the Dungeon. Let's look at the Demi-Lich real quick. Make it invisible and pink. Yeah, that's cool. I think this is great. Both these designs are by Izzy Talon Collier. Julie did the sculpting on it, but man, that's cool. That guy's cool right there. I really like that model a lot. It's really, really neat.
We don't have very many of these.
No, that was really. Julie did one for Bones 3, I believe, but I wasn't quite happy with it. Not Julie sculpting. It was just I wanted to have a lot more movement, a lot more just presence to the piece, and so. This is what Izzy and Julie came up with. Yeah, it's really just a great piece. So I'm really, really pleased with this.
And there's Sir Forescale making an appearance.
Yeah, he's toast. He usually is, but he is toast.
Been absent for a while.
Real quick, is the Exemplar Wet Palette a permanent addition to the store or just ReaperCon swag?
Oh, just...
maybe a permanent addition to the Reaper web store.
Oh, really?
We're looking at making it an ongoing piece. So I'm not permanent, but it is going to be an ongoing piece.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We'd like to maybe get the Reaper logo put on those.
Oh, cool.
So we're working on some kind of deal with that, but
that's just a rumor.
Just a
at
rumor.
This moment.
Yeah, lots of rumors. Let's see. And you want to show the video, Justin? This will go into the update tomorrow. Right now, this is the only new image I have for the update tomorrow. Is the this is the Barbarian from the Lost Tombs of Akira expansion.
Lost Tombs of Akira.
Yeah. So Izzy Talon Collier designed the model, and Bobby just finished the piece up this week. And there she is.
Oh, yes. This is the one with the cool sandals.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like hooves, right?
Yeah,
The toes are split. And then, obviously, Izzy was able to put in a lot of texture and a lot of patterns onto into the illustration. But in the painted model, you're going to have to do it yourself. So, like in the illustration, Izzy put a cheetah shield.
Yep.
It's a cheetah skin with a shield. The torque and the has a lot of kind of tribal kind of
different colors on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and so that's something you'll have to kind of
something
you'll have to kind of do yourself.
I like the skeletons, the skulls, like
the
around
skulls.
her waist and stuff, and on her shoulder.
Yeah. It's got the cat pelt around her waist, and with the tail. Yeah. It's really
the
cool.
tail, because I remember, because it looks like the tail was on her. Like in the concept art, you're like, oh, does she have a tail because of her boots?
She didn't have a tail. It's just sort of attached.
I like the boot.
If you want her to have a tail,
that's
sure, you can say she has a tail.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
really great piece. Really great piece. Yeah, Grey Mouser. Izzy's really good about adding things like mundane items to pieces to make them just really kind of look cool. And they look like, really.
You see what Fry said? He said, "Good job, Bobo Jackson."
Bobo Jackson. I believe what's that sword called? No idea. Don't know.
Pendrake says a Kopesh sword.
Oh, is it a Kopesh? Okay.
Yeah. I trust Pendrake. Pendrake's very smart.
If that's a Kopesh sword, then that's a Kopesh sword. Okay. But yeah, there you go. There's that piece. And then I know Gene's working on the wizard, and Jason Weeby is working on the dwarf.
And then there's a mage in there.
Yeah, that's what Gene's
mage?
working on.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then also Jason's working on the scarab guys and everything like that. So.
Oh yes.
A cranky dog, I believe you're correct. That kind of sword is called a bottle opener. So so that's right. At least as of tonight, that's the only thing I've got for the update tomorrow for Bone 6. But the Base Boss 2 update will have a lot more information regarding as far as pictures go and things like that. Yeah,
pictures and stuff.
It's a swax. Rolls Dice says it's a swax.
A swax. Extra cards going on sale soon. I know that they're ready. They're in internet right now. They just got to be turned on.
Okay.
I saw. Cindy asked me about it yesterday.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Maldricar news.
So I believe we'll be getting those. We'll be taking possession of those. Hopefully, maybe sometime next month. Hopefully. And as far as being on sale, if they do come in, they'll definitely be on sale for the holiday season. We haven't figured out exactly when we want to turn them on yet, but we will let you guys know. Yeah, we got to get them first. Once they're here, then we'll make a decision as far as when they're actually going to be turned on.
Yeah, no, we got a handful of them, and that's why you saw some of them at ReaperCon.
Yeah, we had to get some. We got some samples and things like that for us to look at and improve. It's going to make a great holiday sales item. So don't expect it sooner than that. I would imagine. But again, I'll get with Ed and Dave and we'll figure it out what the actual time is going to be.
Right. And now that ReaperCon's, like I said, we keep talking about our list of things to do. Now that ReaperCon's kind of over, we can go full steam ahead on the stuff that's coming up.
Start pushing ahead on some other things.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot to do still. Just because ReaperCon's over, it doesn't mean things have stopped.
Yes.
You're just able to spend a little more time doing different things.
The juggling is not as slow now.
Yeah, and you can kind of spread these projects out a little bit.
Yeah.
ReaperCon, it's all hands on board kind of deal. What's the halfling with the chest?
His name is Stitch.
Stitch
right?
Thimbletoe. He's one of the new dungeon dwellers. He was an old metal dungeon dweller. Now he's a new plastic dungeon dweller.
I think all these are right here, right? These are some of the original early dungeon dweller metal pieces. So I kind of have them separated in groups. So this one right here, starting right here.
Yes.
And then these are the second part of this month's release. These orcs right here. Of the Ragged Wound tribe.
There's another orc. We're missing the other orc with the axe.
And then these are coming out. Do you know the release date?
I don't know the exact release date yet.
These are the next new release. So Stitch, I can't remember all their names. Blacktree,
Baron Blacktree,
Lewin Fost,
Lewin Fost,
and Iron
Brag Iron Balls.
See?
Brag Iron Balls.
So
there's Gus.
See, I'm trying to know the names. I'm trying to get them.
Good.
But those are the next new releases that are coming out.
Yeah, coming soon.
Fry, your wife is cooking. Tell her I said hi. It was nice seeing you guys at ReaperCon, like always.
Yeah, Baron Blacktree is an awesome model. He is an awesome model.
Especially the one that Rhonda painted for the website.
Yes, it's so good. And her tutorial on blacks, on how to paint black clothing, is so good.
Yeah, the PDF is up there.
So good.
Yes, he does have a choice of weapons.
Yes,
He has
it's the same one.
He has a sword and an axe and a hammer.
And a hammer, yeah.
And I chose the hammer because I'm, I guess, traditional.
Looks good.
Yeah, looks great.
Looks good with that.
But yeah.
So, was there something else? Oh, we wanted to, real quick. There's a Kickstarter we want you guys to check out.
Oh, yes.
And can you put it up in chat?
Yeah. Exclamation point stack. STACK. Stack.
Little paint stacks.
They're little STLs if you have a 3D printer.
It's just little things you could print out, and go check that Kickstarter out and show this guy some support. It's a neat little project. You can put your paints in little stackable things on your desk.
Mm-hmm. You can hang them on the walls, put magnets in them.
They're really neat. They're really cool. Mm-hmm. And you can print them out yourself. So once you get the file, you can print as many as you need to.
Yeah, he used Reaper MSP paints in the video. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty neat. So go check that out. Mm-hmm. Did you miss Lieutenant Floby? Did I miss the Bone 6 update? Well, we just showed some pictures and a video, but they'll be in the update tomorrow. So you didn't really miss anything. There's no big news with Bone 6. Status quo. We're still working towards getting Bone 6 done. That's about all we can say. But there's been no definitive dates as far as pledge manager, fulfillment, anything like that. That's all where it always has been. Nothing has changed at all. So, and hopefully we'll get maybe get a picture from Gene tomorrow so we can put in the update. Ooh. But nothing's really changing.
Yes, or a nightingale. Oh wow, that's a great name.
Or a nightingale,
but it's spelled like night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 5.5. So the container arrived. Just for anybody that is late here, the container arrived the Monday before ReaperCon. Obviously, we stored it and we couldn't really do much with it because we had ReaperCon. Now that ReaperCon is over, it also had restock on it. So we spent last week kind of tearing it apart, sorting it out, making sure all the Bones 5 stuff was there, adding all the restock stuff. And so now everything is being readied and organized for 5.5 fulfillment. Just like what we did with the first container that showed up, we will likely be doing the same thing that happened then with this container.
Yeah.
So here in the next couple of weeks, you'll start seeing stuff going out. Just like when the first container arrived, they just started going out. That will start happening. We don't really have a start date at the moment, but they'll start going out soon.
So I didn't get Bob and Julie but they left some greens here when they left when they went back home. Yes, the Mummy King and Mummy Queen. Yes, they are on my desk still. Bob and Julie. Yes.
Oh, cool.
I didn't forget about them. I just didn't get we didn't get photos taken of stuff for the website. Didn't get photos taken for that stuff either. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get those and we can put those in the update too.
Oh,
Cindy says, set up next week and hope to start late next week pulling. Thanks for asking. Start tomorrow. Really bag start tomorrow. So
that's why I didn't say a date, Cindy.
Cindy's on it. She's going to get it going.
We're on it.
On everything. So
somebody says, does the 30th anniversary dragon have a name yet? You came up with all these other cool names, you know.
Well, we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait. Let's just wait.
He looks like a Roger.
Looks like a Roger. Maybe it will be Roger. Who knows?
But
no. Soon. Yeah, I like the name Soon. He's a good. That's a good name. Roger.
So how we're doing? What's going on? I think we're getting close. Okay. Start looking for a raid, and then kind of we'll wrap up any other questions that anybody has in chat really quick. Obviously, I'm sure Ed might be still watching. Send him your love. Get well soon, Ed.
Yep.
Hashtag.
Put it in chat here. Get well soon.
Get better, Pugh. I can't. There's something clever there.
We should have thought about that beforehand.
There's something clever there. Yeah. Somebody in chat's way cleverer than
Say
me.
something funny to Ed. He'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dragon face. Will we be able to use the cards next year? I think so. I think we will. I have some other ideas. A lot of people at ReaperCon came up with a bunch of ideas and cool things that we might be able to do with them that I think we will do. So, I just got to get with everybody and kind of come up with a plan. But yes, we will likely see them again at ReaperCon next year, is my short answer.
Lots of stuff going by real fast. What?
Pepe Le Pew.
There you go. Get Pepe Le Pew. Heal up Ed, seek the cleric. There you go. There's a good one.
Yeah, start making your plans for ReaperCon next year.
Quit malingering.
If anybody that couldn't come, you don't want to miss it.
If we have any updates regarding Nethermaw or Sturge Swarms or anything like that, or Dragon Turtles, we'll let you guys know There's no update on
Hey,
any
the
of
Dragon
that stuff.
Turtles it was on this container that showed up.
For the 5.5 people, yes.
Yes, the 5.5
yes,
fulfillment,
yes. But not for
General release.
distribution.
Got
Yes.
Good one, Fletcher.
There you go.
Good one.
Yeah, old DM22, get your defrag done.
Reaper pre-painted minis. I don't know if we would go that.
No.
Down
well,
that
I mean,
again.
obviously the Maldrakar is a pre-painted model.
Yeah.
And it even bears the Legendary Encounters.
But that's a little bit
logo.
special
It
in
is.
my eyes.
And from that regard, you might see more of that stuff in 2023. Maybe.
Oh.
Don't be surprised if you do.
I guess we won't say no. How about that?
Yeah. but as far as small characters, probably not.
Ballatrax. I like that name.
Ballatrax. I'm just going to watch all the commercials on TV late night for all the
All the
pharmaceutical
names.
ads. And
All
just
the
grab some.
farmers. May contain blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Don't take Velocithrax if you're feeling, sleepy. Let's see.
Oh, that's the Palos talking about Bone 6. What materials things will be made out of? Oh, like an estimated time and all that.
So I actually started the process of that this week. Now, these are just my suggestions to the crew here as to what I think should be this, that, or the other. But until we all formally come together and agree on it, it doesn't really mean anything. But the process has been started as far as what needs to be in what material. But again, doesn't mean anything until everyone signs off on it. But I have started that spreadsheet as far as what that's going to be.
Yeah, if anybody's, I saw somebody ask a question about their pledge manager for either Bones 5.5 or Bone 6 or Base Boss. If you have any questions, you can always just email help@reapermini.com. They'll be able to send it to the right place or figure out what's going on or give it to people that need to know.
Trash Rama says Rings of Power tomorrow.
Actually,
I have
tonight.
not yet to watch a single
It's actually
episode
tonight,
of that yet.
I think.
I have not yet watched a single episode of She-Hulk yet, so I've got to catch up on that. I didn't finish Ms. Marvel. I got to finish that. So
He's behind,
I am a little behind, but I have been watching House of the Dragon for sure.
Woo.
So I'm enjoying that for sure.
Good.
Let's
2D10 as
see.
an image.
Yeah, Chaos Queen. I
Oh, no, poor
hope to
Ron.
watch. I know. I got to catch up on all my stuff.
We have till January at least for the Bone 6 pledge manager. Right down, there's no date, but
There's no date.
like we said in the past, we'll tell you months and months and months and months before. Like as soon as we know.
Let me put you this way, Polith, 1984. If I was a betting man, I would bet yes, right? But you never know. We don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's fine, but we're
But
not going to give dates.
But pay attention to the updates and our social media and
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll
Because
let you know.
as soon as it's because like once it's decided and once it's been said, it'll be in every update going forward. It'll be like a permanent little thing.
And I'm going to address that too. I said in the last update that it'd be several weeks. How many is several?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It could be
It was just, it was a very generic term. It didn't mean anything specific. So, yeah, don't hold your breath for the thing to close anytime soon. It was just it's just a random.
Oh yeah, get your hashtag freeze in for the next couple of minutes or like a minute or two. Oh, hobgoblins! Here we go. Asking about the
Oh my
hobgoblins.
You know what? I think the possibility for hobgoblins in 2023 is probably pretty good because I've been thinking a lot about hobgoblins lately. So I would say the hobgoblins might make a return to the Reaper lineup in 2023. Yeah, I would think so.
I saw somebody asking about the lighthouse. I did see. I didn't really spend too much time in Artist Alley, but I think there was I don't know if Jason was trolling or.
No, that's
okay.
that's the base form. He had the base form for the lighthouse already done. It's one of the last things that needs to be done before all the sculpting is finished for Bone 6.
Yeah.
There's no.
Because he's also working on the, like you said, the Scarab folk, which I'm very excited to see. I know we saw the base models a couple of months ago, but I'm really excited for those.
Yeah, I'm excited to see those as well. They're really cool. The Slaughter Walrus. That was also
that looked like it was complete.
Looked really
almost.
great. It was really good. There's a lot of good stuff coming. We're excited to show off the October free promo piece. It's going to be suitably themed for October.
Yes.
And the Ghoulie Bag is going to have a suitable brand new mini in it too that Bob Rodolphe sculpted. So.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
But
have I?
The Ghoulie.
Oh, is this one?
Her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'll see that next week.
Yeah, next week.
We'll leave it on cliffhanger. You'll see the Ghoulie Bag model next week.
Graz Yeti. Jason sculpted a really great Yeti champion. Everyone should buy at least 10. I agree.
Oh yeah.
Graz Yeti. I
That's
agree.
right. Old Graz.
So so we're going. We're going
Yeah.
as fast as we can. We're trying to
Yeah.
just stay up with the workload. So we're going as fast as we can, and we appreciate everyone's patience and support as we continue to push through this busy time.
Yeah, it's the end of the year.
Lots of stuff to do. So, whew. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday night.
Aggression
Oh,
says
we still have to do. So we're gonna need emote only now. So that
Okay.
means we're doing some giveaways. So whenever you're ready, Justin, I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think we're
Here we
ready.
go. JT Kimmel.
Oh, damn, that was fast. Arrow is 130.
Yeah, she helped out at ReaperCon. Malvernus.
Hager the Horrible.
Clavicus 81.
Gimli 017.
I am Turgeon.
Drossi X.
That's a new one. NGC 5128.
Frozen Bones.
Albevazin.
Twisted Oma.
Obi Tony Kenobi.
What? Tro Fireflight?
Firelight?
Tro Firelight, I'm sorry.
Tro Firelight.
Tro Firelight.
MG Photo.
Nazrock of Eregion.
Yeah. Monmaji.
Madman 43056.
Biscuits and Davy.
Justin cries out from the control booth. Last one. Belciadris 40?
That's the best. That's a good best way to probably say that. Belciadris 40.
Yeah.
A lot of new names tonight.
Yeah, some good names and some classic names too.
So for anybody that's new here, you won a $20 gift card to reapermoney.com. You need to go to this email that is in chat right now, the giveaways at reapermoney.com. This is episode number 183. So you need to put that in your title of your email, episode 183, and you won a $20 gift card to reapermoney.com. Go buy some of the new stuff that just got put up for swag boxes and things like that. All the extra stuff. All the super washes and
Yeah.
yada yada yada.
Yeah. Now these
Wet
are
pallets.
limited, so not limited. It's not like we're trying to make them limited. We can only make so much at a time. So, and we're going to run out of supplies at some point. So get
especially for the resin stuff.
get your swag. Yeah, exactly. Get your swag stuff while you can. The Barrel Gate box is killer. It's
awesome.
really great. The wet palette, the exemplar wet palette in there is fantastic.
It's a great piece.
All the miniatures are great in there.
Yeah, people
the
are
super
saying that they
washes
love the miniatures
Are
this
really
year.
great. Remember, on the super washes, you will need to. No, I'm not trying to grow a beard. The super washes, you will need to prime your models before you use the super washes. You'll get best results if you do prime.
Best results.
Whether it be metal or plastic or whatever it is, they work best on primed models.
Yeah,
So-
Rhonda did a really good Beyond the Kit episode with them. So that's on our YouTube.
Yeah, they're really. I think they're really cool. Bryn and Michelle did a great job getting those.
I was about to say something. Oh, I did all of the Reaper Challenge League points. So if you have new submissions, they're all caught up right now. So if any of you have your points that you want to redeem, go ahead and do that. And last reminder for the quarterly contest, you have a week or so before we do that, or the 23rd.
Non sequitur fry mayonnaise screwball peanut butter whiskey is weirdly delicious. Yes, it is. It's fantastic.
Non sequitur.
It's so good. I have a bottle myself in my cabinet at home. Our super wash is meant to be thin. You can use them straight if you want to, but if you thin them, you'll get different results. Play with them and see. Yeah, I've seen people thin them. Rhonda talked about this. If you thin them, they're going to just react or act differently than they do if you just put them on straight. So they just have fun and play with them. Have a good time with them.
All right, we're going to be rating Lord Gazumba, the old classic, old Greyhawk people tonight.
Yeah, Greyhawk.
So go tell them what's up and tell them see you at ReaperCon next year. That's what we'll say.
Yeah, for sure. They need to come to ReaperCon next year.
That's right. Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Stay safe.
Thanks for watching and
Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Do a little Ed favorite there.
What?
He said, "See you guys."
All right, I guess we're leaving. Bye.
Coming to you live from Brian Wynn Studios, it's Reaper Live!